Hello everybody, my name is Stephanie Hernandez and I will be presenting our research topic, Educational Challenges, by Aida Jimenez, Jocelyn Lara, and Stephanie Hernandez. Undocumented immigrants face many challenges when migrating into the United States, one of the most common being fitting into the educational system. These challenges may be related to different language barriers, discrimination in the school setting, differences in between legal statuses, and having limited access to resources. This may lead to having a great impact on their generational status, family socio-economic background, and their language proficiency in academic outcomes. Highlighting the particular struggles of children who arrive in the U.S. without documentation. This presentation will help discuss the forms of legal protections from immigrant students, the role and importance of dual language programs in fostering academic success and cultural integration, and despite protections, immigrant children continue to face significant hurdles in school, including a lack of support services, limited financial resources, and social isolation. Demographics. According to the American Community Survey, 1 in 20 children living in the United States are foreign-born and 1 in 4 have a foreign-born parent. 50% of children of immigrants live in a low-income family and are more likely to have parents with lower levels of education and degrees than those with parents born here. 37% of children with a foreign-born parent are of Mexican origin, while the rest come from other countries. About 192 million people, which is 3% of the world's population, are living outside of their birth country as the number continues to increase. Immigrant families and categories fall under one of the fastest growing sections and part of our population, accounting for an estimated 18.2 million children who range from the age 1 through 18. About 98,000 undocumented students have graduated from high school in the US yearly. Here is our discussion question. How do you believe language barriers, differing educational systems, and cultural adjustments contribute to the educational challenges immigrants face? What strategies can schools and communities implement to better support immigrant students in overcoming these obstacles? Here we added a YouTube video that you can watch, which basically explains how some immigrants want to continue their educational journey, but since financial aid doesn't help them, they sometimes pause their education. Different aspects. Aspect 1. Assessing. For immigrant families, lack of documentation can present significant barriers to school enrollment. Many school districts require specific documentation such as a birth certificate, proof of residency, and immunization records to process student enrollment. Immigrant families may not have these documents due to different reasons, including being born in countries without formal birth registration systems, experiencing displacement, or losing documents in their migration process. For instance, stateless individuals or refugees often face challenges in obtaining a birth certificate or other proof of identity. Immigrants may struggle to meet residency requirements as they often share housing with multiple families or live in informal housing situations, making this difficult to provide the required documentation needed as proof of address. Aspect 2. Adapting to the educational system in the U.S. Immigrant students often face difficulties in school because of differences in culture, language, and previous education, which can make them feel left out or misunderstood. Teachers know that it's important to build trusting, supportive relationships with their students. They also need to understand that their unique cultural backgrounds and use teaching methods that reflect their students' needs. These strategies help set higher expectations, promote understanding of different cultures, and encourage students to think critically. Mr. Frank, a physical education teacher, explained that to be able to teach Black immigrant children well, he needed to work with their families to learn about their life stories, backgrounds, and previous schooling. All this helping him adjust his teaching to fit the students' learning needs. Aspect 3: Potential interventions and support to enhance their educational support. Dual learning programs for English language learners are to support and to celebrate students' cultural and language strengths. These programs also help increase family involvement due to bilingual schools being easier for Spanish-speaking families to access. Dual language education can improve learning and help reduce achievement gaps by promoting cognitive, language, social, and emotional growth. Studies show that dual language programs boost brain development and academic performance, leading to higher test scores, better graduation rates, and most important, college.
Aspect 4: Successful models and potential areas for improvement. Schools that do a good job with dual language programs help create strong, supported communities and use inclusive teaching that challenges common racial ideas that ignore Latinas and Latinos. Dual language programs can be challenging but doesn't necessarily need to be a problem to be able to teach the children. Having schools with dual language is very welcoming to parents who have a hard time understanding English. By learning two languages, students improve their skills in their first language and also get better at English, which helps them do well in school. These programs also prepare students for the future by teaching them to be bilingual and understand different cultures, which opens up more opportunities in education and jobs. This concludes our presentation. Thank you so much for your time.